Okay, guys. Well, I test rode a Pan America about 3 weeks ago, and I decided that I needed an adventure bike. We're going to South Dakota here in about a month and a half for a week-long trip, and my cousin has one, and we'd kind of talked about getting one, but I wasn't going to get one this soon. And I just decided, hey, you know what? Screw it. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it anyway, so I might as well do it now. So I found a KTM 1290 in 2016 Super Adventure that we are going to pick up today. I'm riding my wife's bike down there, and she's going to ride with her dad. That way she can ride home. This will be an interesting trip because I don't fit very well on her bike. It is a little small for me. I look like a giant on the thing, but should be a good time. I will probably, I don't know that I'll film when I get there because I don't really know the guy. Alrighty, off we go on this tiny bike. I'm gonna feel very large riding this thing down there. It's about an hour and a half away. Chantel's riding with her dad, and then she's gonna jump on this on the way home. And we're off. Farthest I've ever rode this thing is probably around town, maybe like 10 miles out of town. So this will be interesting. I don't really fit on it very well. It's got mid controls on it. Luckily I've got the old crash bar up here. Stretch out a little bit. Ooh, I maybe should have wore a sweatshirt. It's a little nipply. Yes, I feel large. What sucks is I bruised my calf muscle last night. So putting my leg up here is gonna suck because it hits the air filter right where it's bruised.
Hey. Yeah. Level up, level up, level up. Look, this ain't even A, this plan B. Yeah, cancer still got antsy. Ooh, cooking up heat like Ramsay. Leveled up quick, rare candy. This ain't even A, this plan B. Yeah, cancer still got antsy. Ooh, cooking up heat like Ramsay. Leveled up quick, rare candy. Started thinking on a higher level, now my brain is living on a different planet. Flow so cold, I turn the song to ice. I make the shit gigantic, it could sink Titanics. No crew, don't need those, that's Migos. One man show like Leo DiCaprio. Don't spit verses, me, I rap keynotes. Actor slash rapper, word to Gambino. Whoa, living in the prison of the internet. Middle fingers to the Twitter cynics, I ain't into that. Jealousy is energy.
Okay, guys. Well, I did a thing today. I said I was gonna wait until the fall time, but me and my wife kind of decided that we were gonna buy one anyways in the fall, and we might as well just buy one now, get a little few miles on it, make sure it's good before we go out to South Dakota. But I bought this 2016 KTM 1290 Super Adventure. This is probably the first 6 miles I put on it, so we just left the guy's house. Freaking sweet. It is like riding on a road couch. Cruise control. It's got all sorts of different ride modes and like everything. I mean, it's got a little screen here. It's in comfort right now, your trip, your fuel range, battery voltage, dampening, and you have all sorts of different options. Your drive mode, it's got sport, street, rain, and off-road. Your dampening, sport, street, comfort, and off-road, which that just changes your shocks. And then the drive mod or mode is basically, I think it adjusts your throttle, how your throttle response is, and maybe your ABS, I'm not sure. But it's in comfort mode right now, and let me tell you, it is comfortable. Then you have your heated grips, heated seat, and heated passenger seat. All off right now. I actually might turn. Chantel's standing up over the bumps. We don't need that anymore. Minimum, medium, max. Let's turn the seat. on too. See how she is. And then we got your TPS sensors, or TPMS sensors, which is kind of shocking. I actually didn't realize I had those. That is actually fairly nice, a nice feature. And then it's got your general information, which is your date, your odometer, which has 5,300 miles on it. For 2016, that's not bad. Oil temp, air temp, it tells you all sorts of stuff. Yeah, that's not bad. I like it. You can change all sorts of stuff on it. And on the plus side, it makes 160 horsepower, so it is freaking fast as well. But yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. I will show you guys more when I get home. But it is freaking awesome. So far, I'm stoked, even though it's only been like 10 miles. But going down backcountry roads, it's like riding, I mean, you hardly even feel the bumps, to be honest with you. Okay, so we're about 50-ish miles into the trip back home from buying this thing. I will say, coming from the Pan America that I test rode, this is a lot better in my opinion. And the Pan America was even brand new almost. It had like 1,000 miles on it, and it was a 2022, whereas this is 2016. The screen up there isn't quite as updated as the Pan America was. It had the big like 7-inch display, which is kind of nice, but really not needed. Like, this tells me everything I need to know, and then some. Like, it tells you everything. But this is way smoother, and honestly, this is faster. The Pan America, they make within 10 horsepower of each other, but this just feels more sport bikey, which is kind of what I was going for. Basically, with buying this, I wanted to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Get something that's comfortable, that's 2 up, and we can road trip on. Have something that handles well, is kind of like a supermoto or sport bike, and makes the power of a sport bike. And I wanted something that could potentially go down gravel roads or a little bit of light off-roading. And this, I think, will do all of that for me. I don't think I'll have any issues with it not making me happy in any of those areas. So that was kind of the goal with this, and I think it's going to do everything and then some that I wanted it to. Has a freaking 8-gallon fuel tank. You could ride longer than I'd be comfortable riding on it. As far as comfortability goes, the seat seems to be really comfortable. The riding position's actually really nice. You're straight up and down, so it's not like on the Harley my back gets hunched, and then after a while of riding it does kind of start to hurt a little bit. But like this, you're pretty much straight up and down, and it forces you to be straight up and down, which is pretty nice. I may put risers on it, not anything big, but just raise the bars up to like right here. I think that would be a little more comfortable for me. Just because I am a taller guy, I'm about 6 foot. Even though I am 6 foot, I will say I cannot touch flat-footed with both feet on this. I'm still on my tippy toes. But yeah, so far, she's mint. I'm liking it. We may go meet up with some of our friends. Yesterday, 2 of our buddies bought Gold Wings, 80s Gold Wings. And I think we may go riding today with them. And then Travis, who's got the gray Africa Twin. So there's Kyle and his Gold Wing. He looks big as hell on that thing. And then here's Lucas's up here. God, look at those things go. And then here's Travis's bike. Alright guys, so we're on the, I don't remember, I think it's the Blue Arrow Highway or something like that. I'll have to look and verify that, but probably one of the cooler roads within an hour of us to ride. It's
kind of sweepy, little hills. It goes through, I think, 1 or 2 national forests, depending on how far up we go. I believe we're going to Holland. There's a bar up there that we're going to go to. These gold wings look hilarious. Kyle's is like a baby pink color. But this bike so far, freaking awesome. It just floats over everything. It is absolutely crazy that the suspension is that good. And you can change all of it on the fly too, which is kind of nice. You can set the cruise at 80, 85 and it goes forever. Yeah, I was hoping to get some shots of the lake, but we are not near it currently. I don't think. This road basically follows the lake shore right next to it. I mean, we're near it because it's definitely colder out, but yeah, anyways, I think we're gonna try and find some dirt roads as well afterwards and go bomb around on those. Lake Michigan right there. Looks pretty wavy out there today. Oh yeah, it's real wavy. Should probably pay attention to the road here. This is a pretty neat area to be in. Very sandy though. Very sandy. So we just ate at the Paisley Pig up in Holland, Michigan. Absolutely fire. If you guys are from around that area, definitely check it out. Probably some of the best pizza I've had in a while, and they definitely had some of the best cheese curds that I've ever had. We're on our way home. Only about an hour and a half away from home if we take the highway. If we take this Blue Arrow, or Blue Star Highway, that's what it's called. I think I said Blue Arrow earlier, and it's definitely Blue Star Highway. But if we take this, it does take about 30 to 40 minutes longer normally. This road's not a very fast-paced road. So far, I am freaking loving this bike. We may do a trip later this year, maybe in like a month or so. We'll either trailer it to out west or ride it. I don't know. I don't think we'd ride it all the way out, just because that's a lot of riding. We'd probably trailer it out to like South Dakota area or somewhere by the Black Hills. And we may just take a trip on this, take a week and just ride all out west, out to Oregon, up through Washington and then back. I know Chantal's been wanting to go to Yellowstone and Yosemite, and I think that would be cool. But we could definitely get into some adventures on this thing, that's for definitely sure. It is comfortable. The tires are a little more meaty than I would like. They're more, I think they're probably like a 50-50 tire if I had to guess, for on-road and off-road. What Travis has up there is, I believe they're 80-20. If I'm, don't mark my words on that, but I think they're 80-20. And those will probably ride a little nicer. These are noisy. It almost sounds like a truck with mud tires. But those will probably ride a little nicer and be less noisy and last a little bit longer as well. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can pick that up through the GoPro mic or not, but it's definitely humming. But yeah, so far this thing is freaking awesome. Makes plenty of power. Like, it's actually pretty quick. Seems to handle well. It definitely would handle better with the other, like with different tires, but handles well. Cruise works awesome. Suspension, you can go down back roads at 90 miles an hour. It just feels like you're floating. So yeah, super stoked. Never really saw myself getting into one of these. It's not really my style of bike, and I really don't know. I'll probably ride it some around home, but this is mainly going to be for doing 2-up trips, so trips where Chantel wants to ride, not ride her bike, we'll take this. Or long distance, like we want to do some camping trips on it as well, for sure. We gotta buy I think we're gonna buy it tonight, but we gotta buy a rear trunk box. It did not come with one, and that kind of doubles as a backrest, Chantel was saying, but she said it's not too bad how it is actually, which is kind of shocking because she normally hates riding without a backrest.
Yeah. Ooh, see where I took it, they asking me who would've thought. I did. Keeping it humble in person, like oh my god, I can't believe it. Okay, I'm lying. Straight to the fact, when the beat hitting bright, I just say how I'm feeling. No, I can't hide it. Feel like I'll take on a giant Goliath. I'm slinging a shot to the eyelid. Boom, I ain't never missing. I put in the work, every verse gets written. I am no menace, but they heard my penance. Every word like a perk, cause I served that sentence. Wait, every time I hit a beat, I got like infinite flows. Different approach, slow, fast, yeah, I'm ripping them both. Get for the gap, go back, now I'm taking the blow. Giving a gift when I rap like a ribbon and bow. And I'm tying up these loose ends. I wanna know where the roof ends. If sky's the limit, what's true then? Why does the moon have shoe prints? Switch up the beat, I don't know what my style is. They wanted something that sounded like Violet. I said okay, then go listen to Violet. Crying about it, then cueing the violence. Yeah, shout out to Benz, we kept it spinning. They feeling dizzy, I keep on winning. Feel like I'm Drizzy. Shout out to Toronto, that's word to the city. I've been switching lanes like I'm Tory. They know that I'm Liddy. I say that I'm sorry, but no, I don't pity the lanes of my story that's going against me. I pave a new way. If I want it, I get it, I'm Diddy. Whoa, yeah, back-to-back flows, back-to-back hits. Had some bad friends, had to ask those. I don't make friends, I just meet and stack the cash so high, caved in. Now my tax guy wants a meeting. Had to show me what I owe these government guys.
All right, so we rode 300 miles on the new bike today. I rode probably 70 of it myself. So far, freaking awesome. I will say it's got Bridgestone Battle Axe AX41 tires on it. Sounds like a freaking mud truck going down the road. I'll be honest, if we end up taking this out to South Dakota like we're planning on, I will probably swap them out for 80/20 tires, which are more of an on-road based tire. I think that's probably mostly what this bike's going to see is road, maybe a little bit off-road, but it's mainly meant for 2-up riding. That's why I bought it. Well, it's not what it's mainly meant for, but that's why I bought it for. And I don't think I'll be doing a whole lot of off-roading 2-up, maybe some, but not a whole lot. I will say, it's not, I don't know, it's growing on me. I haven't 100% decided if I'm in love with the way it looks, but it is growing on me. But yeah, I averaged like 40 miles to the gallon, which is pretty impressive because they were saying like 30, 35. Now that was the readout. I didn't actually do the mileage. But it actually did pretty decent. I will say the fairings here block a lot of the wind for your legs. This little windshield, for as skinny as it is, blocks like 70% of the wind. Like I don't get hardly any on my helmet, which is fairly impressive. If I put my hand right here, you don't even feel any wind at all, which is pretty crazy to me. I would imagine it has something to do with the way that the louvers are on the windshield. Not 100% sure. I don't know. This adventure bike stuff's all new to me, so I'm still kind of learning. The bags are super nice. Fit a whole pizza in that bag. Very nice. Very nice. You can bomb down a back road at 80 miles an hour and you don't feel a single bump. It's just kind of floats along. Even going over train tracks, you just kind of feel the tracks, but you don't bounce around like you do on the Harleys. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping, well, I guess I don't know. I'm hoping that this does not just replace this, because I really love riding this as well. So I'm gonna have to split my time. That's gonna be a little difficult, but this definitely will be like if Chantel doesn't want to ride and we go on a trip or go somewhere for a day or a day trip and she just wants to ride with me, this is the bike we're gonna take. We're gonna order a basically back box like these here and put a backrest pad on it so she's a little more comfortable. She said it wasn't bad today. She didn't feel like she slid around at all, and honestly, these seats, They look like they're smooth, but when you're sitting on them, they're definitely pretty grippy. And they're heated, which is nice. And the best thing of it all, Chantel has her own heated seat adjustment that I do not have to mess with. She can just turn it on. Look at her cheesing over there. Which is actually super nice, because then I'm not getting tapped on the shoulder to turn her heated seat on whenever she wants, and I can't feel it. And they're separate, which is super nice. Because if it were her choice, it'd probably be on all the time, and then I'd be sweating all the time. I did try out the heated grips on the way home, even though it wasn't really the cold and not really needed. Kind of nice. Never had anything with heated grips. I've rode snowmobiles before, but obviously it's really cold then. I think that'll be a pretty big benefit, to be honest with you. It is pretty quiet. Sounds like I'm driving a scooter down the road. So I may end up doing a slip-on exhaust. I don't know. That won't be for a while though. We hadn't planned on buying this soon anyways, so probably not gonna happen for a while. But yeah, here she is. I'll do a little walk around here. It's a 2016, which I think I've said, KTM 1290 Super Adventure. Has like 50, well, it now has like 5,600 miles on it, but it had 5,200 when I bought it this morning. Pretty sweet. I'm super stoked to see what this brings. I think we'll do a lot of road trips, and potentially road trips / camping trips for sure. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys like the content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. That'd be awesome. There's going to be lots of content with this adventure bike, I'm assuming, because we will probably, anytime we buy anything new, it gets used a lot more than everything else. That's one thing we're kind of bad about.